So hello everybody. Good evening. I'm Amir. I'm CEO and one of the co-founders of Neurobit. At Neurobit, we are making sleep apnea diagnosis fast, convenient, and affordable. Over 1 billion people across the world are suffering from a disease called sleep apnea. It's a disease where your breathing stops momentarily while you are sleeping, putting tremendous amount of stress on your body. In fact, those with severe apnea are living 20 years less compared to their healthier counterpart. This is how it's diagnosed today. It's called an in-lab sleep test. It is as inconvenient as it looks. It's cumbersome and it's very costly. So not surprisingly, more than 80% remain undiagnosed. Now let's see how our system works. So the user or the patient goes to our site, mysleep.study, takes a free risk assessment test, and if they are found to be at risk, they order a small kit. The kit is a very simple chest patch, which they wear while they are sleeping, sync it to our mobile app, and once they wake up, a clinical report is emailed to them. And at the end of the study, they don't even have to return the device and they can keep it. Our system is not only 10x cheaper, it's 1000x more convenient and scalable. And this becomes even more important post-COVID-19 as patients are no longer preferring to going to the hospital. The magic behind all this is Z3 Score, our own proprietary cloud AI-powered sleep scoring platform. It's already clinically validated and is a result of over 6 years of intense research and development. It's trusted by over 80 universities and research labs across the world, giving us access to unprecedented amount of very high quality sleep data. Our technology has the potential to impact a $40 billion+ market. Our clinical trials are already running at Changi General Hospital, and we have an excellent pipeline of partnerships and collaborations. We are a team of experts with deep expertise in AI, machine learning, neuroscience, sleep, and human factors. And finally, we are raising $500,000 to get our regulatory clearance and enter the market. So we are particularly looking at VCs with expertise in deep tech and health tech. So with that, I thank you for your attention and welcome any questions that you might have.
Thank you very much.
Andrew?
Thanks, Amir. What is your distribution strategy?
So right now, our first focus is the sleep clinics across the world, particularly in the US. So there are 5,000 to 6,000 sleep clinics out there. And right now, all the analysis is done manually by experts. So our first strategy is to take our software there and make the process automatic. So our target revenue from each sleep clinic is around $50,000 ARR. And there are 5,000 of them already out there. So in the next stage, we actually go with our chest patch and have a broader distribution channel that includes sleep labs, your GPs, dentists, and finally the third way, the bigger goal is to directly go to the consumer.
Okay. Next question, please.
Amir, it's Lisa. You mentioned that your product is already certified. In which markets?
So it's not certified, it's clinically validated. So there are research papers that have shown the validity of our claims. So right now we are only working with the universities and research labs. For that sector, we don't need any regulatory clearance. So our goal is to collect as much data as we can from them. So every time someone uses it, we get some data out of it. And this data is what is allowing us to build our AI.
Okay, so it's research use only today. Are you going to go through certification or not?
Yes, that's the goal, and that's why we are raising the money.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Amanda. I was wondering about like the competition. I think I missed that slide. Do you have any competition or not at all?
I do have a slide for that. So our direct competitor will be an Israeli company called Itamar Capital. They have what we call watch pad, which is a bulky device that you wear on your hand. But it still doesn't solve the scalability problem because the device itself is very costly. And it's basically you have to return it back. So with our system, the device itself is $150 for the patient. They take it and they continue using it as they want, or they can even throw it out if they want. So it's a completely different model and it's extremely scalable.
Sure.
Hello, well done.
Hi, Joseph.
Jacob here.
Oh, go ahead, Jake. Sorry.
Thank you, Joseph. Do you forecast simply playing in the diagnostic space, or also the kind of preventive maintenance over the long run as well?
Diagnostic right now, but we will be in the treatment as well as improvement side, a neurofeedback side as well, because our core technology, which is basically is the ability to analyze any kind of data coming from, for example, a wearable to a clinical grade PhD device, and to extract high quality sleep information out of it. So we actually are developing technologies that will have impact in terms of treatment as well as improvement of sleep, but that comes later. So this is our primary goal as of now.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, Joseph.
Yeah.
Oh, no worries. It's a busy room, lots of judges. Amya, good to see you again. You probably get this a lot, but I wanted to get your more philosophical thoughts about this basic arms race that you're facing against these consumer wearable companies. Like right now, my Fitbit has an SpO2 sensor in it, in addition to looking at the BPG. So the question I have is, do you think you'll be able to get to market fast enough before you become kind of at risk of being irrelevant? And then the other question I have in your distribution strategy is, you're potentially putting out your very stakeholders out of business, and how are you reconciling that?
Well, excellent question. So let me go to the first question, which is on the consumer side, the wearable companies are coming towards the health sector, right? And where they lack is essentially the accuracy and the quality of their analysis. The hardware is actually becoming better and better. Yeah, and what is interesting is even companies like Fitbit, their access to actual high quality PhD data is actually very limited. And that is very surprising. Although they may have enormous amount of data coming from their wearables, they don't actually have ground truth that much. And that's why even today, their wearables cannot do a high quality analysis of their data. While we are developing those technologies that can work with their hardware and produce very high quality data. So we are becoming more and more relevant for these consumer companies. And we actually have received an acquisition offer from a consumer company like that. And that's why we think our technology is becoming even more relevant as consumer companies are moving towards healthcare. Coming to the second question, yes, it's true that we are essentially kind of pushing the sleep labs out of business in some sense, but it's happening whether we are there or not. The trend is there. People are moving towards home sleep test. That was a trend that was there before COVID-19, and it's going to accelerate faster. So we only want to be part of that change, basically.